Hey,
Ryan,
why don't you pull up Amazon's margins real quick?
Well, yeah, I'd have more of a grin on my face than Stephen Hawking on Epstein's Island.
I'm off as a smug cock when you said that.
Wow, physical philosophy, you're not very smart at all. You screw up, cash flow kings. Dissector, you are an idiot.
Hello, everybody. It is Saturday, and it happens to be Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, it's a very devilish time. You could be doing some pretty heinous things, if I say so myself. Now, Fiscal, it's Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're not watching this or tuning in, what could you be doing?
Well, lately it seems like you could be saying the wrong things on Twitter and getting fired at your job. If those of you on Twitter know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
it's everywhere apparently. Yeah, I mean it's be careful out there, everybody. You know,
yeah,
keep it civil. It costs nothing to be kind.
Well said.
Keep that in mind.
Well said. What are some of the other activities you could be doing at Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern besides posting?
You know, I've heard that there's some people who are doing some pretty bad things behind gas stations, perhaps behind the Wendy's dumpster because they lost all their money betting on 0 data expiration options.
Oh,
very bad stuff.
That's bad.
Very bad stuff.
Yeah, you could be snorting a line of cocaine. That's something you'd want to be avoiding. You could be getting haircuts from untrained barbers.
Ooh,
you could be copying people's stock choices off Twitter. Bad things.
You could be buying the next 100x from here stock.
From here.
Yeah, I don't know who we could be talking about there, but you could be doing that.
You could be trying to rationalize tragedies right as they happen on news networks.
Yep. You know, it could have just been somebody celebrating. You never know. Still figuring it out, I guess. But
yeah. What a week.
What a week.
I feel like we kind of have to discuss the main elephant in the room, so to speak.
I've gotten to the point where anybody brings it up in my Discord, I delete, because I asked them like, hey, like I've already seen enough of this on Twitter. I don't care to see it on my Discord too. Like what Twitter's giving me is enough, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. Thankfully, you haven't seen like the video as much.
All you have to say is that
you're back. You're back.
We lost connection for a little bit there. The Oracle didn't want to hear. Maybe the leftists were coming for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say, millions of people watched. We'll say some close-up footage. Like we watched in 4K. Somebody unfortunately lose their life, and I think if your first reaction to that is anything other than feeling like a little bit shocked, a little bit sad,
Disgusted.
Something like that, there's something wrong with you if you're if you don't feel something from that, and instead you jump to wanting to like gloat about it. I think there's something just fundamentally wrong with you if that's your kind of. And I just think people should just have some decency. Like think of what, like if that was you or like somebody you cared about, how would you want people to talk about it or address it, and hold that in mind with how you act, I think.
Yeah, I think me and you are on the same page in our opinions on Charlie Kirk. Like kind of, we don't really agree with anything or much of what he says. He said some stupid shit, as we all have, to be fair, but like kind of a cornball. This is bad saying it now, kind of a cornball, but like, definitely didn't deserve to, get his face popped.
Well, Strongman had a video because like he actually did some there was an investing conversation apparently. Like
he sold Bitcoin.
Where he bought like TQQQ or something. And so there is like this weird overlap
Yeah.
Because of that. But yeah, I wouldn't buy TQQQ necessarily,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's sad and deplorable what happened. So
Yeah, it was. I don't know why. It hits different, or it hit different, especially on Wednesday. Like it was just like half of it was like the fucking video was terrible. Like that's and that's comes from somebody with like a big stomach. I've seen every
yeah.
video on.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I've been around like hunting and things like that a large portion of my life, most of my youth, and so I've seen and respect the damage that that guns can cause to living things and such, and it's still it affects you when it's in your face and it's real.
Yeah.
It's not a movie.
Uh-oh.
It's not a movie. It's not Call of Duty. Somebody doesn't want us talking.
Yeah. You're good. You're
No
good.
comment. No comment.
You're smart with what we say.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have a whole. I wasn't like even really all that familiar. Like his clips are now getting pushed in the algorithm. I hadn't even really watched any of his material before a couple days ago or 2 or 3 days ago, whenever the algorithm picked up that something big had happened and just started. Now you go to any shorts feed, any Instagram reels, any obviously Twitter, anything like that. I'm sure it's happening on TikTok too, even though I refuse to download that brain rot.
Yeah.
It's all like all the algorithms are absolutely flooded with it. Like you can't help but now know what his opinions were on various things. And just like anybody, he's got some good takes, some bad takes. And that's
yeah. Granny makes a good point.
Yeah.
It's
that's true.
I really don't think
a lot of crazies on X for sure.
You can't. There's no right world where you're saying this is objectively a good thing. Like the guy got fucked, and there's so much division coming from it. It's just blasphemy.
For sure. And honestly, like there, some of the things that that people like they're literally like putting out actual lies. There was a thing where he had debated a guy named Shank.
Oh yeah, I've saw that.
And they're trying to intentionally misconstrue it that he is saying a racial slur about Asian people.
Yeah,
that sounds similar to Shank, but is not. And it doesn't sound that similar. Like I immediately was like, that doesn't even sound the same. Doesn't even rhyme.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. You have to really be stretching to hear that. Yeah, it's wild to me because I think the people posting it know that it's that it's full of shit too. I don't think
they just want to like convince.
I don't think it's an honest mistake at all. Yeah.
And so many people don't know that the guy's name is Cenk or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's Turkish, so it's probably hard for you to pronounce, but yeah.
Yes. So many people don't know that his name is
spelled CENK, pronounced Cenk.
Yeah. So I saw the clip like a while ago because it's kind of funny. He gets real mad and he talks about capitalism, but like it's very easy to confuse if you don't know like that he's debating. And then it's very easy. Just go in the comments and somebody will justify that or classify it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy world. Video was horrendous. I refuse to watch it back. It's settled a little now. Like it's not as surreal as it was, but like yeah, definitely pretty shocking on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does Cabo make a good point here? People should be buying guns, invest in Smith and Wesson.
I don't know if that's. I don't know if I would go that far, but anytime people are afraid, gun sales do go up. Like after 9/11, for example, gun stocks soared.
Yeah.
So there might be something to that.
Okay. So unfortunately, we aren't going to spend the entire episode talking about it. If any channel members, of course, will do anything for $1. Have any questions on I don't know, our political takes?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're obviously we've been called Fiscal, what were you called?
I was called a maggot.
a maggot, yeah. And
Yeah.
you've also been called a liberal pansy.
Yeah, I've been called everything, really.
Yeah. I already have them on my fantasy team. They suck though. Okay, so we were asked this week to discuss before we get to the main topic of tonight, which is our portfolios and how we're geniuses. MPW. You're obviously the MPW guru. It was allegedly up 11% this week. Why is it up, and why are we?
Why did it go up 11%?
Exit liquidity.
You're all my exit liquidity. No. This is we discussed this on my Discord, and there was no like press release or defining like singular event that in theory should have made that happen. It just happened. Happened with Grab too, by the way, which know.
Well, I mean, Amit was tweeting about it like the night before.
Oh, is that why?
He's like, Grab has never pushed this much volume. It's pushing $6. It might hit.
Gosh, something about that just feels wrong to me. But whatever. I'll take it. I'll take it.
With the devil.
I'll take it. I mean, a win's a win is a win, right? But yeah, MPW. There was no press release or anything like that. There's, gosh, let me find the thing on Discord.
And then did you see Amit bought more at $6? Which I respect. Like that's more.
Okay. So this is the only thing. Somebody posted this on Yahoo Finance. Now you tell me if you think this was worth 10% in MPW. Notice of adjournment of hearing for the debtor's motion for entry of an order authorizing and approving the debtor's assumption of the asset purchase agreement with Yale New Haven Health Services Corporation to October 6th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. Yeah, I mean, that sounds totally bullish, right?
That doesn't get you riled up, but there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, that's a word salad. But yeah, basically there's going to be some kind of I'll translate to some extent because obviously that sounds like a lot of nothing to anybody that doesn't specifically already know the situation. But they're the bankrupt tenant that they're dealing with right now had agreed to sell hospitals that are in Connecticut to a different company, and it was a deal that was worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But that company tried to back out of the contract. And without that cash, Prospect, unfortunately, was left in a situation where they had to file for bankruptcy. And so now there's a legal battle going on. And part of it is I've heard that they're going to be pursuing damages because they're basically saying like, hey, you guys didn't perform to this contract and now we're bankrupt. In addition to actually still trying to get those hospitals sold. So, and since they're bankrupt and they owe money to MPW, any money that they get, some of it goes to MPW, and that would be why developments with that could benefit the stock in a nutshell.
All right, there you go. There's our MPW talk for the video. For obviously we're going to talk more about it, but like Grab $6.
I heard.
I have two fun questions.
After hours.
I have two fun questions for you.
Yeah.
Right now you have $10,000. Are you putting it into Grab or Uber?
Oof, that's a real.
It's a good question.
A real nut buster. There's not. I cannot give you necessarily like a specific logical reason behind this.
I'll put a poll up.
But Grab is my first love, so I'm going to go with Grab.
Plus the Regard pump is potentially back. 10K into which? All right, I'm putting a poll up right now for anybody that's. I'm almost thinking Uber because I feel like there could be more volatility with Grab. So if it's a lump sum purchase, I know long term, like grab is still pretty.
I don't know. No,
cheap.
grab is not extremely volatile, to be honest. Like it stayed in like the high 4s to low 5s forever.
Up, down, up, down, up,
I
down.
mean, but like within a very narrow
Yeah.
range. Yeah.
Mhm.
Except
mean,
for the April sell off, but that hit everybody. So that almost
Yeah.
like if you discount that, like it was just bouncing up and down a little bit within a very narrow channel. But that kind of consolidation for that long
Mhm.
can lead to like these very like sustained runs upward. And or at least that's what I've heard from some technical analysis. I don't draw
Yeah.
on charts with crayons or anything, but I do like me some grab. Although
I'm up 40%.
I would have
a
a
micro position, so I'm pissed off. I added a little like a few weeks ago at like
yeah,
490, so it's like
yeah.
fuck.
Is it when we talked with Dan about it?
Weston.
Yeah.
It would have been. I think it might have been Faria. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, sometime during
Oh, okay.
August.
Okay. So that would have been yeah.
I mean,
But
you still get. I feel like with Uber, you still get some exposure.
Yeah, it's true. I
They
mean,
have
I'm
13% stake, and that's a lot if it climbs up to $10 a share.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with putting it into Uber. I just you know,
Yeah.
it's a pretty arbitrary thing on my part where I happen to really love my grab.
Oh, it's like 50-50. Grab has the 55% majority vote right now. I wonder if it would be 55% if it wasn't up 8% yesterday.
Yeah.
We only look at the 1-day chart here on this. This is a fun show.
Yeah, but this is quite funny because I started building that position last spring and it's just been But when it was like 317, you notice when it was 317, like it didn't really get views on
I didn't hear Amit talking about it, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's funny.
It is weird having him in one of your companies, or like anytime you have. That was kind of the thesis with Dave when Double D's bought. I'm like, hopefully, maybe this will reach more people. And
yeah, awareness definitely can bolster things, but those can also be weak hands. Like, look what happened with TSSI. Retail. It took off with retail, but then as soon as they misunderstood something that came out in earnings, they sold off massively because they're stupid.
Hey, TSSI is also done pretty. I'm up on it now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, them and Uber is like maybe 3% of my portfolio. So it's like, or Grab, sorry. It's like maybe 3%. So like,
yeah.
Dave is the one I'm definitely feeling right now, though. That's been humming.
Oh yeah, Dave's looking good.
Once again, become a channel member, $2. We'll dance for you. There's no difference between us and erotic dancers. We will dance for you.
Special announcement since we have a comment from Cooper. He and I are actually very soon going to be in the same place at the same time overseas in a place where Grab it. So we are probably going to be having a CFK mini lunch.
I see.
Yeah,
I see. You should come over during 8:00 Eastern. We could do like he could be the first in-person guest.
The timing won't work for that. I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
That's not good. Oh yeah, because it's in the morning. It's like 8 in the morning.
Well, no, it's because we won't be in the same place on a Saturday. I don't think. With the way the trips are scheduled. From what we discussed, I remember some date ranges, and I don't think it lines up to be able to do that, unfortunately. But
yes, I won't be there. But yeah,
unbelievable.
Why would you ever think that going to the Philippines?
That is.
He's there for the sights and sounds.
Where's the thing from Beyond where we have Jonathan Frakes saying it never happened.
It never happened.
This one was invented by a writer.
Fry some eggs on the sidewalk. All right. Do we want to get to the topic of tonight? All right. Do we want to do a? We'll ask the people. Whose portfolio do you want to see first, mine or Fiscal's? Fiscal's up way more than me, so that's what he gets for going balls to the wall and TSSI and grab, making them core holdings. I'm too much of a bitch. What are your thoughts on? Well, we're waiting for the people to go first, or who's going first? What are your thoughts on Visa right now?
I'm not terribly interested, to be honest.
Okay, because I'm kind of in a weird spot because I'm up like 4. I'll reveal it, but I'm up like 44%, and I feel like it's one of those companies that like you just let it set as a core holding in your portfolio. You don't touch it and you let it compound. But at the same time, I feel like there are some better opportunities. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
It's not cheap, but it's like,
yeah, it's not cheap. And I mean, do you think it's going to beat the index over the next few years? Do you think you can do better?
I feel like
that?
it could. I feel like it could beat the index. All right, here's my thoughts. Here, I feel like
I don't think it is right now. I don't like.
No, it's not right now, but
yeah.
I feel like this Aria we'd have a good conversation with Aria about this because he's good with payment processors, but I feel like it could go in Amazon and make Amazon 20% because their valuations are not terribly like that far apart. But at the same time, I would hate to sell a company like that.
You say you say the valuation isn't that far off from Amazon's?
I don't like their P is
right, but like
I know
yeah.
All right,
which one's gonna grow more?
Yeah, I still haven't completely done those comparisons. Their P is like practically the same, or unless there's something wrong with Amazon right now.
Well, and that's the thing. Amazon has so many more levers for growth, though. Visa is it's great, but it's also a one-trick pony. Is it not?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Versus Amazon, you've got their AWS, you've got their e-commerce, which literally like a 1% increase in their margins on e-commerce would be billions of dollars in profit on the bottom line. Like that is an insane scale that they have, where they have so many levers. I'm a big fan. I'm a big what can I say? I'm a Bezos pumper.
I'm gonna have to have a conversation with a few people because it's 10% of the portfolio.
Visa is
mine right now. You'll see.
I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. Like you're probably, it's not. It's a very low risk position, I guess. But do you want low risk or do you want maximum value?
Yeah.
As Tony Soprano once said, maximum value is the big picture.
Oh, that might be the calling card. It's just, you hate to sell a company like that. But at the same time, it's not cheap right now. I already have plenty of allocation into it.
Paul wants the good. What's the good news that he's referring
to? The outperformance.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I should go first because I'm underperforming, and that it's like the boxers who should go first. This must be not Seymour. He's giving Seymour a run for his money. Wow, we're giving Seymour. Duck, first time here, give us your money. $2 a month channel membership. Linked above. Put some of it into Amazon, like 6 or 7% in Amazon, the other into Uber. Is that crazy to say?
I don't think that's crazy necessarily. I think Uber is my instinct with Uber when we were getting in at like 60 is this is probably a double on a reasonable time scale. So it hasn't doubled yet. It's gone up like 55% or something. So I think like 120 or something it's certainly possible with Uber, especially with how much they grow their cash flow.
I don't underperform. I don't know what you're talking about, Cooper. I am literally.
So I think it's because you said you were underperforming me.
Oh yeah, I'm underperforming Fiscal. No, I don't underperform the market. I'm joking. That's a joke. It's not a fun show. Okay, we'll start with mine just because we'll let the main event go last. I'm sorry. All right, this is 1 year performance. So since September 12th of last year, I'm up 24.46%. This is of course not including, this is all gains. This isn't like any daddy's money transactions or birthday money. God rest the soul. Up 24%. So I'm happy with that. I don't think it's fair to compare your portfolio. Yeah, I'm not comparing to fiscal because he's done insane. You'll see this year. When we talked about episode 99, we talked about we all compared performances.
We did.
I was even shocked, and me and fiscal are both doing better than Aria, which I mean, that's fine.
I was actually surprised. I expected him to be doing the best out of everybody because
yeah.
I thought he was. I thought maybe it was maybe more in Uber or something.
And then Double D's was getting cooked, but that's probably changed a lot since because United
The
Health
recent UNH run has probably helped him out a little bit.
He was in the green finally.
UNH was probably dragging him, and now it's still probably
now
is.
Maybe it's flat. Yeah, I don't know
if he averaged down, he's probably doing okay. Yeah.
And this is year to date. Looks a lot better because I'm a year to date investor. I'm a 1 day investor. I'm up 19.7%. S&P's up like 13. So I don't know. Do the math. I'm outperforming.
Yeah.
Now you may be asking, Ryan, how are you outperforming the market? Well, obviously become a channel member for $2 because you know all those tricks and secrets. For the full.
That's where the mastermind is.
Account is currently past 40K, so it looks nice for the stream at least. But out of that, we have my cash right now is in Escov. I'll zoom in a little bit for actually what I can do for the viewership. There you go. That looks a little better. It doesn't show the cash. Amazing. This doesn't work. Okay. Currently about. Also, this total gain to loss thing, that's incorrect. I transferred over from Ameritrade to Schwab. It's more like 52%, for those who are wondering. Currently, cash is in Escov. I have a little bit of remaining because I probably bought something, and it just isn't enough to put in Escov, but it's around 7% of the portfolio, not including the $73. So I have enough cash in case shit hits the fan, but I'd like more. I'd be fine with 10%. I feel like during this administration, it's not a bad thing to have cash. I think there's going to be frequent opportunities. Then, of course, big part of my portfolio, 26% of it is in SHG. I'd be fine with getting that as high as it needs to be. Just lump sum investing when I can or when it makes sense. Starting from the bottom, like I'm Drake, we have TSSI that's been running up nicely lately. I'm finally in the green. Fabio bullied me into buying, and I averaged down as it went down, so I'm up a little bit there. Then we have Grab. Up, that's 1.5% of the account, up 40% right now. That sucks, but some say it's still cheap, and it could 10x from here.
It could.
I really like mobility and food delivery. So Grab and Uber, I'd be fine with that being a nice little 1-2 punch combo. Maybe making up 10, 15, 20% of the portfolio. I generally like that industry. Next we have BTI because I like smoking cigarettes in Britain. It's a fun joke. That's 1.9% of the portfolio. I'm up 58% on that, not including the free money dividends that are actually pretty hefty still from that little small position. Fiscal, what would you do with the BTI if you were in my case scenario? Just hold on to it. It's really small.
That's what I've been doing is holding on to it. So,
would you make the argument? What value wise, how do you think it is here?
It's I'm not excited enough about about it to add more here, but
Mhm.
I heard from a very reliable source that this was going to go straight to 90 with no red days. So I'm waiting for that. That's a
Oh, so
joke,
we
by the
still
way.
okay. Is this
Somebody was saying it was gonna. Somebody did
know
say
who?
that at one point. They were being a little hyperbolic about the no red days thing, I think. But some people think it could go as high as 90 if they keep up with the buyback and everything. So I'll probably hold, and if it gets close to that price, or I just see something that's such a better opportunity, I might rotate out.
Mhm.
But I'm happy with it for now.
Love BTI. That was everybody convinced me to put my Altria into BTI, and it turned out well. Although Altria's done fine, it's tobacco.
Yeah.
Next, we have UBA, which is 5.4% of the portfolio. I'm gonna actually zoom in a little bit if I can. 5.4% of the portfolio is in. Wait, fuck this. Okay. Uber, I'm currently up. I'm almost up 50% on that, so that's done pretty well. Thank you to Aria. Then we have none other than Dave. I own 10 shares of Dave. I'm currently up 18.79%, which I think it's good, but like still in the grand scheme of things, that is a long way to run. Love Dave. Then we have Evolution Gaming. I love profiting off of people's addictions. A common theme in this portfolio. That's actually gotten cheaper recently, so I'm only up 13% on that, up 6.16%, or that's 6.16% of the portfolio. Obviously, you'd like to buy in bigger bunches because there's a nice little tax they hit you with because it's an ADR. Thanks a lot. But Seymour Duck, thank you for proposing that. And we have High Tide because that's just ran wild recently with gains. We pumped the stock, and I'm up 37% on that right now, 7% of the portfolio. Then Jackson Financial, bit of a boring, slow growing company, buybacks and dividends. It's all you need to know. 7.25% of the portfolio. Then I have Microsoft at 7.85%, an OG holding, but I'm up 110% on it. Just buy and hold. I'm not touching that. Then we have the Visa that's pretty much at 10%. I'm up 40% on it right now. We talked about that already. I've held it for a while. And then largest individual stock that I own is Amazon, AMZN, up. That's 12% of the portfolio, and I'm up only 21%. So I think I have more room to allocate if I really wanted to. So if you notice here, roughly half of the portfolio is in the Mag 7, with 26% being in good old SHG, and then between Microsoft and Amazon, it's another 20. It's about like 47% between Amazon, Microsoft, and SHG, with more allocation towards the companies I like better with Microsoft and Amazon. I'm fine with that. I'd be fine with letting that kind of run wild. Eventually, who knows? Uber gets added to the Mag 7 or Dave Jackson if we feel frisky. There we go. Fiscal, what do you like? What do you not like?
And
I feel like it's better than it was like a year or two ago.
So let me see. Well, I like Amazon. I think that they are okay as a top holding. I think that's. I mean, you'll see. My money's where my mouth is on that one. Obviously, I'm a fan of Grab, BTI, Uber, Dave, Evolution, High Tide. I mean, really everything. We're pretty much aligned on everything aside from like I'm not in Visa or Microsoft or SCHG, and that's it. Everything else is an overlap, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy. 2 years ago, we asked us that when we started the show. I think we're insane. Okay,
Yeah.
that's my portfolio. We're grifters. Channel member Dividend Dog asked, "What are our thoughts on Fubo?" I mean, I have the service.
Isn't there just some Disney deal with them that's
Yeah.
like what's propping them up, and without that they're pretty much a doomed company? Is that not
I thought they had
the assessment?
they have 375 million debt as of June 2025 with a net debt position of negative 91 million.
Hmm.
That's not good. Debt bad.
I'll be real. I haven't really closely looked at Fubo TV. It's not really in my.
The market cap is ridiculously small. It's 1.46 bill. I thought it was more.
It's not in my bullpen, you could say.
Yeah, it peaked in like 21, like a lot of stuff did.
It was a
Wasn't
Jeremy
in
stock.
it. I'd probably if he's still in it, I'm not.
It's a big Jeremy stock.
Not
for
good.
sure.
Oh yeah, we might do something for the high tide earnings this week. Keep an eye out. We'll do like a live recap or whatever for members because we need money. All right, Fiscal. Do we want to show the people your crazy outperforming generational wealth portfolio 10x from here?
Yeah, I sent actually a screenshot of the same page that you that you had.
We have that. That's proof. That's performance.
Yeah. It's year to date, so you know I'm consistent.
There we go. That's our.
Well, it is funny. I remember. I think it was Auntie Buffett. Was betting with somebody in your Discord. I think the prediction was I would do 2% a year. Glad to say I'm outperforming the prediction.
Yeah.
Granted, I have changed a lot of things since then, so
both have.
Maybe they didn't have faith I could change, but so I guess we'll go bottom up.
Wow, we both have TSSI as our smallest position.
So I'll give some context there. This account previously had like 800 shares of TSSI earlier this year, which sold at 100% gain.
Exit liquidity. Arr.
You all were my exit liquidity. Ha 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 ha. And now I'm getting ready to have you guys be my exit liquidity again. I'm just building it back up basically slowly. And it seems to have started to run. Like I got a little bit at that bottom because you can see it's the 300 shares up $700. Like I'm up like 20% almost on or 15%, whatever, on these shares already. So it's starting. So that's pretty great. We'll be. I have enough cash to maybe build that out to 500 or 600 shares pretty comfortably, and probably will do that. Because hey, we're gonna get the next regard pump.
Yeah,
probably in a few
we
weeks,
might have to start upping our pumping game. Yeah,
maybe. Then we have Pain Pal, which I'm not losing on it, but it was at 90 earlier this year and has bled a lot since then. So that's not really contributing to my year-to-date performance at all.
Lots of
and I do hold additional exposure to PayPal in other accounts, including options. So please pump PayPal. And yeah, I just think it's been undervalued since forever, but they had an issue where they were adding a lot of revenue, but not really adding profit. So the revenue that they were adding wasn't particularly accretive revenue. And that was an issue with Braintree. And at this point, it seems to me that Alex Chris, the CEO, is very determined to deliver on change in that area, which is why their revenue growth dropped to like 1% year over year last quarter, because they basically changed the plan with that and said no to the bad low margin revenue. But coming later this year, new growth in Braintree, but profitable growth. That's supposed to be the thing. And he's also been delivering on starting to monetize Venmo. So that's also important.
Fuck Venmo forever. Fuck
Venmo. Oh, yeah. I know you're salty. But those two things, I think, should be a positive and a tailwind for the stock and everything. So hopefully we see it back at 90 and even 100, maybe even. That would be nice. Now, moving on up, you have Evolution. I think we went over this numerous times. We've had Seymour on the channel many times explaining why this company is good. And it's performed decently. It's not up 100% or anything, but it's been a solid performer. Paid me a nice dividend earlier this year, and also appreciated double-digit percentages. So I am perfectly happy with that. And my hope is that they continue to push buybacks. I know buybacks are a big part of the capital return strategy, and I know that there's a strong desire amongst shareholders that they just buy back. And I know Sweden is a European country and they're socialist and they don't like shareholders, but hopefully they can still do the buybacks. On to Uber. Obviously, all the things that I like about Grab, which we'll talk about later, I also like about Uber. Now, Uber has the rich countries, right? They've got the US, they've got a lot of Europe, etc. And their free cash flow growth is chef's kiss, beautiful. They have more of a moat than people give them credit for. They're dabbling in the autonomous vehicle thing again, but like by partnering with other companies, not trying to build them themselves.
But Robotaxi is going to take them out.
Yes, of course. Robotaxi any day now. And which I think the Robotaxis still have like a person in them for safety. So which that's kind of funny. But hey, there you go.
It's kind of funny.
Jackson Financial, a very boring annuity company that pays a healthy dividend, does good buybacks, and has gone up double digits since I bought it. So yay, I like Jackson.
Annuities should get you turned on, if you ask me.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we've got Auxly Cannabis, the secret cannabis that I don't ever talk about. Actually, it's bled off a little bit the last week here, but they're one of the only profitable growers in Canada. And they trade at a very, very low PE. Like, I think it's like 6 or something. They're very, very cheap. Is something going on in chat? You can bring it up if there is. I see that look.
Zooks. I'm trying to read what Paul says. I'm reading up a little bit too.
Okay.
Granny's making some.
yeah, you could say that. I'm allowed to speak. We've come to an arrangement. So yeah, Auxly is quite good, and most of it is well, I validated the idea with some people who are more qualified on this industry. So when I was considering getting in, I ran it by Blake, who, friend of the channel. We discussed High Tide, which is also in the cannabis, different type of business, but also in, cannabis. And Blake knows all the verticals pretty well. So, and I think he might be in it now too, but made sure that the thing was a sound idea basically before I put this much into it.
There you go.
There we go.
Bye.
You bring up cannabis and Blake shows up. It's like
say his name and it appears.
It's like saying Biggie Smalls 3 times.
Yes.
So that's, I also expect it to do pretty well here in the medium term, we'll say. Up one more, we got United Health. This is one of those things where I know some people were buying it at 500 and beyond.
I know some people.
I don't know who, but I've heard. And I think once it got down into the 200s, it was pretty obvious. This isn't one of those. This is not your typical falling knife situation, I don't think, because the vast majority of the time, the perception of United Health is that this is a high quality business with a strong moat, pricing power, economies of scale, all the things that people say about stocks that they're whose nuts they're coddling. Now, I picked up some shares. Like my first shares were bought 2 days before the Buffett news came out, so that was a good timing thing on my part. I wish I would have just bought all of them then, because it's basically stayed 300 and beyond almost since that news came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a healthy position size. I anticipate it getting to 400 and beyond. And Fabio has a bet with Dan Weston about this stock recovering, and I think Fabio is winning the bet. So sorry, Dan. I think it's. I don't think it's for much. I think it's like $50 or something. But yeah, I definitely I see it recovering to that, and I don't know how long I want necessarily to be in UNH. Like if it gets back up to like $500, $600, at that point, it's kind of just an expensive dinosaur thing that will give me like 8 or 9% a year return probably. And I don't know if I love that. So I might move on from it. I might move on from it, even if it stays a quality compounder once it fully recovers. But then again, it could just be a long-term thing that sits there, compounds in the background without me even having to think about it. I don't know.
Visa.
I've been a little bit more active and frisky lately. Yeah. High tide. Well, we no conversation on this channel would be complete unless we got into high tide. This my cost basis, as you can see, 5,000 shares with an 11,700 cost basis. So in the twos somewhere, I think around 250 a share or something is the cost average there. We've had a very good run with this year. Right?
How long do we expect for it to last, though? That's the real question.
So they're getting a lot of new analyst coverage, 2 new analysts.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
They're coming like the Avengers.
And I think one of them came out with I want to say, and please fact check me if I'm wrong, but I seem to recollect a $6 price target. So that's pretty exciting. And I think it is doable and realistic in light of the Remexian acquisition and everything. I think that was the metrics on that acquisition seemed very good. So very happy there. Oh, how about the classic? We got the classic now, MPW.
Oh,
yeah. I've been a bag holder on this stock for quite a long time, and it randomly pumped over 10% on Friday for literally almost no reason. So get ready to get squeezed, shorts. It's going to be the next GameStop and the next AMC.
Whatever happened to Fraser pairing? Whatever happened to that guy?
The lawsuit was settled.
I see.
And he stopped talking about MPW. And he stopped commenting on my videos, like, say, I'm recording you for later. He literally...
Who's laughing now? Oh.
It frankly seems a little gay to me, but that's neither here nor there. Like, what are you doing recording me, buddy? Am I in your spank bank? Probably. I mean, he does carry a purse, but that's a joke for the record.
It's just fun shit.
But yeah, so yeah, basically, I do think that there is some upside remaining here, which is why I have not sold and I have bag held. It's different. I do view this as a different animal from something like a Walgreens, which was sold for a loss. RIP back in the day.
OG
on to bigger and better things, right? But this one is one that actually, it's the turnaround that actually will and seems to be turning around to some degree. So
fun times.
Patience pays off. I am one that I don't let my emotions make me pick the sell button just because I'm frustrated with with the performance.
We only sell because of too much winning.
You could say I'm a cool, collected, emotionless
investor.
Okay, and obviously, you went over the broad strokes of Grab. Everything you like about Grab, pretty much you could say about Uber as well. Now, Grab also has their mobile banking and fintech element to it. So if you're a fan, let's say you love Uber's, mobility business and their food delivery business, don't really like their freight business, but you also like SoFi. What if you could get all of that and limit your exposure to U.S. stocks and the U.S. economy? Grab would be an interesting choice in that kind of scenario. And as you can see from the price performance, it's done pretty well for me. Knock on wood.
Performer?
Amit pumps it.
Yeah, Amit pumps it. Amit's not pumping BTI. I'll say that.
Yeah. Hey, BTI, obviously, I used to have both Ultra and BTI. Just, Ryan also used to have Ultra.
Good times.
And after some, conversations and some thought and some soul searching, I sold my Altria and consolidated all my tobacco or nicotine related investing into just BTI. Also, one guy in my Discord, and he's shown up on the channel for Digital Kunst from Germany.
Oh yeah.
He is basically all in tobacco, so he's invested in pretty much all of them, and he has done so well this year.
Dude.
Yeah, he is printing tendies
with those the dividends too.
Yeah, he's been printing tendies because I think he dividend reinvests in all of them too. So he just puts it all because he is he has been incredibly bullish, but he's been bullish tobacco for 2-3 years that the entire time I've talked to him, he's been pretty much all in, and probably even since before that.
Was he the guy that came on the MPW roundtable? We had him on one time, but didn't he leave your server? Who was that?
No. That was Leaf.
Oh, what happened to him?
I've talked to him privately, and as far as I know, he's still in MPW. And he was getting into Palantir before it was really blowing up on Twitter. But it was after I got out of it. But he's still 5x on it or something. Nice. Yeah. So he's doing okay. Leaf's doing okay. Yeah. He was into some crappy crypto and quantum stuff, I think, too. But
who isn't?
Yeah. But no, the Palantir almost certainly more than made up for that. But yeah, BTI, very very solid holding. Not in a hurry to just get rid of it because it's been really good supporting the portfolio on days where people are selling tech. BTI seems to kind of offset that a little bit. So it's been good to me this year. It kind of helped tamper down the volatility. Yeah. And then, of course, sitting at the top of these individual stocks, of course, Amazon. That's one thing we have in common. Very heavy. Alec, because you have double because you have Amazon and SCHG, right? So
yeah,
you're very bullish Amazon.
Very.
And I can't say enough good things about the levers that Amazon has for profitability. I mean, think about robotics. They have an autonomous robo-taxi investment also. They have
a foot in everything.
Don't they have 7% of SpaceX or something like that too?
I
think them and Google both have a cut of SpaceX.
They're partnering with them, but I don't know if it's a cut.
Yeah,
they're partnering you. That's very broad these days. But yeah.
I'll have to look into that more. But you could say I'm a Bezos fanboy. I know he's not CEO anymore. I don't think there's anything wrong with Jassy, but I think that Bezos is probably one of the most goated founders of any of the companies that we've talked about, other than maybe Raj Grover and High Tide,
Yeah,
who
that's
is
fun.
a friend of the show, we'll say. Also, I think also you might have been noticing Dave was absent. There is another account that's almost the exact same size. That's where the Dave is, and that's where the Google is. And it's also where all the options are. But the episode would have to be twice as
for
long.
members only. Give us money.
The episode would have to be twice as long for me to go into all that. But just for transparency, there's Dave and there's Google and there's options elsewhere. So there you go.
There you go. All right, everybody, we have reached like the 1 hour mark. Bit of a shorter show tonight. We don't have a guest this week. Hopefully one on next week. Appreciate everybody tuning in. 152 across all platforms. But Fiscal, where can the people find you? The Twitter has been pretty fun this week.
Yeah, I mean, you can at Mr. Macho Mog on Twitter. You can go to my Discord, which I think I have to do some moderating on there because people are being unruly about the
Welcome
Charlie
to my
Kirk
world
situation.
Yeah.
Even though I told them to stop, they won't listen because they're being autists. And also, here every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, duh. And of course, my channel by the same name that you see on display.
And the Philippines, if you're lucky.
And I'm always willing to break bread with any subscribers or channel members. Yeah.
Only the channel members for me. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Smash the like and subscribe. And of course, don't do cocaine, and cash flow is king. Oh, yeah.